Oh, hey, didn't see you guys there. Well, now that we're all here, we can get started. We're going to learn how to build the AIS iPod stand for the use at Rock 105.3 events. First, you're going to need three things. First, we have the iPad stand, the iPad stand cover, complete with Rock 105.3 logo, as well as, of course, the iPad. To assemble the stand, it's fairly self-explanatory. It comes in about 5 or 6 pieces, including the base, the cover, which will go on around the iPad later on, 3 sets of legs, and of course, the main stand, which will sit atop. Assembling the stand will take just a few easy steps, and of course you're going to start out with the base. Set it on the floor like so. You're going to extend the 3 sets of legs. Place in the base like so. Just like shampooing, lather, rinse, and repeat. Now this would be a good time to put on your cover, and you're going to find out why, because there's a little bit of difficulty with getting this on. So first things first, you're going to find where the bottom is. You'll slide over the 3 legs, like so. This would be a good time to stretch the rubber bands at the base of the cover around and gently insert the sides into the slots to where it'll grab a hold of the cover and you won't slip out, and you probably will a few times. Once you have that in, you can proceed to the next step, which of course will be the top. The top will slide on just as the base did, only backwards. Just make sure that's in firmly. Now, you can put up the rest of the cover. Just like the base, you take the lip of the cover and slide it right in to the edge, and it'll hold it nice there for you. Give it one last secure sweep around the edges. And there you have your basic stand set up, complete with AIS logo and Rock 105.3. Now we're going to put the iPad inside. Now when you first take a look at the top, you're going to immediately see where the iPad is going to sit. But first, what you want to do, especially if you're bringing a charger, you might want to take this step first to avoid problems later on. On the side of the top, you'll notice there's a hole near where the audio output is, and that's where your charger is going to fit through. On the back of the stand, there's a small zipper on the side. Be careful when you're opening this, because it could pull up or down the cover and you're going to have to start all over again. It's a pain in the butt. So make sure you hold the cover when you zip. Through this opening, you can now insert your iPad charger. And go ahead and stick the charging end in through that hole at the top that I showed you just a second ago. that now in, we can put in the iPad. The great thing about the iPad is there's not really any wrong way to put it in the holder, except of course upside down. But what you're going to want to do is initially turn it on and then hold the screen upright in the direction that you wish to place it in. Now that it's the direction you want it to be, you can attach your charger and then slide the iPad into position. Quite easy. Now, with stand set up and iPad in place, you can now place the iPad cover on top of the stand to complete the package. And this is what your AIS iPad stand should look like completed. Once everything is set up, you can now begin to get people their quotes. You're going to turn on the iPad with that button on the right hand side next to the audio output. Slide to unlock. We have this set up really easy. You're going to come down to Safari, and let's just say we don't have any tabs on right now. It's going to take you to this default screen where you have the AIS page 1 and the Rock 105.3 contest page 2. So you're going to initially start with the AIS page 1. Make sure you have the MiFi on as well, otherwise it's not going to load up anything. So now that you hit the AIS page, you're going to guide the listener through setting up their auto insurance quote. Just enter in their basic information. And then you hit next. It'll take you to a completely separate screen where it's going to ask them the make and model of their car and just a few other bits of information. And once they submit that, then that's your next step, is you're going to come over here and you're going to add a new tab with the plus button in the top corner. Just tap it gently, and then you're going to take it over to the Rock 105.3 portion. It'll take you directly to the contest page on rock105.3.com, where after getting their quote, now they can enter in their information to be qualified to win the $500.